Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, Jiggin Jer's Journeys. I'm here at one of my local holes that I like to go fish, just a little pond in the area. It's technically a lake, but just a smaller body of water with some bass in it, some perch, some trout, sunfish, so it's got a nice little variety. And came here and got some good sunfish for some good fish fries and stuff like that. But yeah, just here doing my normal thing. It's not a lot of big fish in here, but there are some big bass in here. I just haven't really gotten them to bite yet. It's pretty pressured water, so I usually get smaller size fish out of here, 12 to 16 inches, is a good size one for me if I get somewhere in there. But yeah, still a lot of fun. Kind of helps me keep my skills tuned in, if you will, for bass fishing. It's my favorite type of fishing there is, but I love all kinds of fishing. That's kind of the point of this video, was just to kind of give you guys a rundown of what I want to make this channel eventually become. It's kind of in its infancy, but I really want to bring you guys along the journey. Basically, that's why I named it the way I did, of what I like to do on a day-to-day basis up here in Montana, enjoying nature. It's really what I love the most, and I like to do it with my kids. You can see I can get car seat back there and stuff, so a lot of this will be with my kids and stuff when I have them. Today I get a chance to go solo, which is kind of nice sometimes to do, so you don't have to worry about keeping track of a lot of different things besides what you're doing. But I still love having the kids. It's great to pass that on to the next generation. I really think that's a big part of what a lot of us outdoorsmen and women love to do, is to pass it on to our kids. So it's definitely going to be a big part of this channel. Me really learning a lot of stuff too, and hopefully you guys learning along the way with me, or teaching me. Always up for people to drop comments on what they like, what they don't like, what they typically use or works for them when it comes to situations, whether that's fishing or hiking, camping, all kinds of stuff that I like to go and do, foraging, which I want to start getting better at, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what this channel is all about. One of my biggest goals in life is to eventually become a pro angler, specifically for bass fishing. But one of my goals that I really want to accomplish on this channel is I want to be able to catch every species of fish in Montana, and try to catch at least one fish out of every body of water, which will take me a long time because there's a lot of water in Montana, which is awesome. So it's kind of a lifelong journey, and I hope to kind of document it along the way, and in the process make this channel. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys join me, and really I think that's just kind of what life is about, is just keep plugging away at every day at whatever it is that you love, and continuing to strive to get better at those things and be better for yourself and your family and your friends and your loved ones. So it's kind of maybe cliche, but kind of just like Dory, you just gotta keep on swimming, and eventually you'll keep getting into better places. And not to say there won't be struggles along the way, but that's life. It's part of the spice of life, if you will, is every day is not going to be good, but there's good in every day. And that's a saying I just heard recently, and I really like, and it sticks with me. So I think that's part of journeying through this life. So I hope you guys join me on this journey, and you guys continue to grow in your own journeys. And yeah, welcome to the channel, and let's go get cracking at it. I'm gonna try to score some bass today. We'll see what happens. Catch you later. First of the day. Off he goes.
This is a spot that usually produces for me. On this day, I only got the one bass on my first cast in this area, and the rest kind of spooked pretty easily, and I just wanted to keep moving around the lake and checking out new spots.
Big mama hanging out right there. Been trying to catch her for a long time. She looks at a lot of baits and then swims away. Or a smaller one gets it first, like that guy. Looks like you could set up for some good frogging. Let's see what happens. So right about here, I have a pretty epic fail. I dropped my pliers into the water. Lucky for me, the water was only a couple inches, so it wasn't very hard to retrieve. But it does make it to where all these bass I catch here, like this little guy, I kind of have to chuck back into the water. But they're resilient little buggers, so they'll be fine. I tried to frog this area earlier and just didn't get any kind of bites, no even rustles in the water or anything, so I just switched back to my drop shot, and it pretty much just put in work all day long, so it was hard to step away from the drop shot. One darn near every cast I was getting at least some kind of action, a little nibble or something, and making a lot of catches on, I'd say, at least maybe a third of my casts, which is pretty good ratio. There was of course a few lulls in the day, but it was a lot of action. The one downside though of the drop shot is what you're seeing right here, which is sometimes when they bite that bait, you get a lot of your line ring like kind of run around itself. The weight likes to pop up above your bait and end up causing you a hassle, but when you're getting that many bites, it's worth it. It's one of those good problems. So, continue fishing for the day. pressure maybe. Yeah, about 2 hands almost.
So I don't know if you can see in the background here, but it is starting to rain a little bit. So I moved spots, and the next few spots are kind of in cover anyway. So it was a good time to get out of Dodge.
I feel like we've used up this spot, so we're gonna move again. Thief right here. Still in the sink.
So right here, I'm starting to get a little tired and moving to a different spot, so it's time for lunchtime.
Time to get a little energy.
A good thing to note here is I have a first aid kit on the left of my pack, and that's always good to take with you when you're fishing, but especially fishing alone.
Intermission, and then next spot. Fat belly on that little guy.
So right here is where things start to get a little funky. That last fish I released was my quote-unquote last cast in this area, but of course they were biting, so here was my next cast. And the next cast. So right here I'm trying out a new spot that I've never tried before, and I'm obviously struggling. There is just not enough space to really do much besides maybe flip or pitch something like a drop shot or this, maybe a jig or something, but this is a spot that I just gave up on pretty quickly. I wasn't really going for any big size today. At this point I knew I was just going for numbers, so I wasn't really too worried that I wasn't gonna get anything there. And you can't really keep too much out of this body of water as far as for bass. You can only keep them 10 inches and under, and I was catching them kind of both over and under, but it wasn't worth my time to keep them that day.
Yeah, screw you. Well, that was 5 minutes of my life I won't get back. But, always worth trying new spots. That one just didn't pan out. fathead. Nice chunky boots here. Probably another 12, 13 incher. Thanks, buddy. Catch you later. Don't be a Guggen. Leave your baits on there. It's really simple. There was a trash. Right here. The whole time. So he's pushing close to 2 pounds. Got a nice thick head on him. Catch you later.
So at this point in the day, I was almost back to my car and was debating just packing it in for the day, but I knew I was somewhere around 20 bass or so, and I wanted to break that 20 mark. That was my personal best previously on this body of water as far as how many in one day. So I was kind of determined to at least make sure that I broke that mark. So I continued to fish a little bit longer after this, but I didn't really do any recordings that caught me, you know, doing my hook sets and whatnot. Basically just if I caught a fish, I taped the release.
Another one bites the dust. That is a stout little bass. Oh, feisty. Later, dude. Shake it off. Just like you shook off my Senko, which is pretty wrecked now. Turn it into Ned Rigs. Well, that was one of the craziest days of fishing I've ever had. I just tried a few different things early on, but they were biting the drop shot, so I just hammered them on the drop shot all day. It was a lot of fun. By the end, I caught so many, it was, I don't even know what the number was. I'm gonna have to look back on this video to figure it out. Probably, I'm gonna say at least over 20, maybe closer to 30, somewhere in there. So yeah, a very, very good, productive day. A great way to start off, I guess, making these videos. And hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a comment if you did have anything you'd like to say, and please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll catch you next time.